Welcome to the channel. It's a really sad day in Las Vegas today as it's the final morning of the Mirage being open. So yes, it's July 16th. This is the day that the Mirage is closing down for good. It's going to become a Hard Rock hotel and casino. They're closing down about midday, I believe, so we're just going to take a final look around and see what's left on the last day. Well, at least all the lights are on. Diablo's Cantina, I believe, that's probably it. The slushy machines over there are empty, so I don't think that will open up again. On this side we've got Starbucks. They are operating the last few hours. Wonder what they'll do with all the stock. I'll have it. California Pizza Kitchen, that's probably going to be closed down for good. Yep, nothing doing. There is a member of staff in there. The all-day eatery is open, and oh my goodness, look at this. There are machines off all over the place. We've got some machines that are on here, but it is really, really dark in here. How sad that they couldn't have just kept everything going until the actual closure time. I mean, it's just everything's turned off. Now, some machines are running because apparently all the progressives have to be paid out. The Hard Rock don't own another hotel and casino in the area. They used to have one, obviously, off the strip. That is now the Virgin Hotel. But because they don't have any other properties locally, all of the progressives have to be paid. Wow, there is not much on, is there? Look at this, banks and banks of machines just all turned off. How sad. And I wonder what will happen to this lovely atrium here. Will that be demolished? Will that go? I mean, how beautiful. What a shame if they get rid. I bet they will do though. I believe it's going to be completely renovated and torn apart. Let's go down to where the reception was. Obviously nobody's checking in. You can't check in anymore. The final guest stayed, I believe, 2 days ago. That was the final time that you could get a room. Now this building, this hotel, the X-shaped hotel, is going to remain. It's going to be torn to bits and reskinned and rethemed. That seems to be the thing in Vegas now. It's not demolish, but retheme them. So that's going to happen. And there's also going to be a brand new hotel built on the site of the old Volcano. If you remember the Volcano show, there's going to be a huge guitar-shaped hotel there. I'll put a picture up now. I mean, I do think it looks really impressive, to be honest, and it's certainly going to change the Las Vegas Strip, but there is something sad about seeing the Mirage going. So here it is. Here is the hotel registration desk. As you can see, completely dark now. There used to be a big aquarium behind here. Do you remember? With all the fishes all in there. I do hope that they've managed to keep those fish alive and have sent them somewhere else. I hope they haven't sent them to Gordon Ramsay's fish and chip shop anyway. But yeah, look at this. How sad, isn't it? The whole of the reservation desks. It's all gone, you know. It's a sad day. Now, you probably remember Siegfried and Roy. They used to appear here as the main headliners. They left some time ago, obviously, and have both since passed away, sadly. But there was an area called Siegfried and Roy's Secret Garden here at the Mirage. And they used to have dolphins back there, white tigers. And I don't really know what you think about zoos and things, whether they're not the done thing anymore in the 21st century. But that's all gone as well. I believe that the tigers have gone off to a local zoo to be looked after. Not sure what happened to everything else. It's been closed now for a few weeks, that area. Shin Lim was the final headliner here at the Mirage, and he finished, I think, on July the 10th, so about a week ago. Let's have a wander over to the Mirage Theatre. We'll take a walk through the casino. I mean, look how sad. I know I keep saying how sad, but I've never, apart from lockdown, of course, I've never seen a casino like this, being completely dark. I mean, it's strange, isn't it? Now, I'm led to believe that the building closes down at midday, so a few hours yet. What time is it now? It's 8:05 in the morning. So I thought I'd get over here and just have a good look round before it actually all closed. But you know, it's a pretty poor thing to look at, isn't it? I mean, why they couldn't have just kept it going until the closure date, I don't know. But so I'm headed to the theatre now. I just thought we'd have a walk through this shopping area just to see if anything's open. Is anything left? Let's have a look. It's a bit like a zombie mall. So the spa and salon, that's all closed. All the machines just pushed up against the wall. Electronics store there, which obviously needs emptying out. And then the Paradise Cafe area and the pool area is all closed off. Look at this. In your essential shop, it's completely empty. One poor girl there working behind the counter. I think it's going to be a pretty simple day for her. Now, you have got to feel sorry for the staff that have worked here for some time. You know, there's thousands and thousands of them that have basically lost their jobs. I do know that the Hard Rock have said that they will try and reinstate the jobs when the new hotel is ready, but that's 3 years away. I don't really think you'll find anybody who can just sit back and wait for 3 years. So thousands of people are going to have to find a new job, and that really is the more horrendous part of losing a venue like this, is you've got to think of your team. And with the Hard Rock not really owning anything else apart from a few cafes on the strip, well, where do you... hello, keep smiling. It's hard to keep smiling when you're going to lose your job. I do feel terrible for these people who yeah, tomorrow they're going to struggle. You know, where do you go from here? Can the rest of Las Vegas, can it swallow up all these staff? I don't know. We'll have to see. Table games to my left and nobody manning them, nobody there. High limit room is still open with a few machines still operating. I think that these progressives still have to be paid out. The last few days it's been an absolute mess in here. You know, it's been really busy with people just trying to grab those final few progressives. But right, here we are at the Beatles Love Theatre. This was a Cirque du Soleil show. It was purpose built for this show, which happens at a lot of these Cirque du Soleil shows. The purpose built, and this will be demolished, I imagine, because it's hard to put another show in when the theatre is purpose built for a specific show. I mean, I don't know, they might turn it into something else. I imagine they will probably use this maybe as a concert venue, but they will no doubt demolish all of the areas back there. Such a shame. If you ever saw Beatles Love, I saw it a few years ago. It was really entertaining. So yes, it's all sealed off. Can't get down there, unfortunately. All the merchandise is gone. I think the final show was on the 10th, I believe. If you ever came here, well, it was a hell of a show. So when you walk through the Mirage, you actually realise that compared to some of the mega resorts that came in the last 34 years, it's actually quite small. It will forever be immortalised, of course, in Vegas Vacation, the movie with Chevy Chase, Papa Giorgio, if you remember, and the dealer who the dealer ended up in Young Sheldon, I think, as Meemaw's boyfriend, which was funny. But yeah, it's not actually as big as you think, and I know that everybody will bemoan the loss of it. But you know what Las Vegas is like. If something is tired and it's had its day, they just pull it down. They don't care. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You know, when I first stayed in Las Vegas, it was 1994. So I've been coming now for 30 years from the UK, and I stayed at the Sands. And I was really gutted when I came back the following year in '95 and the Sands had gone. So I stayed at the Aladdin, and then they demolished the Aladdin the next year. It was like I was the kiss of death. I should have stayed at Circus really, shouldn't I? So yeah, will you miss the Mirage? I will. I think it'd be like losing Caesar's Palace, wouldn't it? It's been here for so long, and it's just been, you know, like a main staple of people's vacations, coming into the Mirage and popping at the Treasure Island, a sister property, things like that. We'll go and take a quick look at the sports book, see if anything is doing over there. And I can say all the table games are all off now. Let's go through here. If you want to get yourself a $1 chip to keep forever, you need to come and do it soon. Sports bar is still open there. Good luck to that chap working behind the bar. Hope he gets sorted out with a new job. I mean, a lot of these bar staff, they are well sought after because a lot of them are flair bartenders. They do a really good job. So I've got a sign here that says the entire race and sportsbook is now a non-smoking area. Well, it's now a dead area, unfortunately, isn't it? I mean, look at it. Do you remember sitting on these settees up here, the sofas, and watching sports on these screens up here? I mean, imagine when this first opened, people were just blown away. Sports books didn't look like this. You know, they were really seedy, smoky areas, the sports book, like you see on the movie Casino. And then the Mirage came along. Steve Wynn, of course, was the genius behind it. And he built an absolute oasis in the desert. In fact, I think that was one of the taglines, wasn't it? Then, of course, he opened Treasure Island next door, the sister property. And then he bought the dunes, he blew up the dunes, he made the Bellagio, and of course he made the Wynn and the Encore, and then he got himself into a little bit of bother, which we won't go into right now. Let's just remember him for the businessman rather than the things that went on afterwards, shall we? But yeah, final look at the sports book. Will it still be here in 3 years' time when it's the MGM, when it's the Hard Rock, sorry? Who knows? So here we are outside. The Valet area is all closed off. Look at that. It's literally like that horrendous time with lockdown, isn't it? You know, all closed off. Can't get your car in anymore. Whatever you do, if you've left your car in the parking garage, come and get it because it'll end up probably be sold with the building. And here, of course, is the Volcano. Oh, the end, folks, the end. I wonder when they dredge this lake here, just how much money will be in there. Probably be enough to pay even more progressives out, won't it? They might have to reopen with a lake fund for you all to win. But yes, on this site will be a huge guitar-shaped hotel and casino. It will dwarf the Treasure Island. Yeah, it's all going to be changed, isn't it? Let's take a final walk down Lakeside then. Of course, there's a much smaller lake, this, compared to the Bellagio. But at the time, this was absolutely groundbreaking. If you were around in the early 90s and you saw what the strip was like, I've actually got an old video from 1994 that I'll put a link to. And it's myself and a friend driving up and down the Las Vegas Strip, and it's just wasteland. There's nothing there. I mean, the Mirage was there, but a lot of the areas around it were it was all fields. You know, it was all just desert. It's crazy how much Las Vegas has changed since this hotel casino opened. I mean, this changed everything. That's what people need to remember. In years to come, when they think of the Mirage, it'll just be a memory. They need to remember that had it not been for the Mirage, you would not have Treasure Island, you wouldn't have the Wynn, you wouldn't have the Bellagio. It was all Steve Wynn's vision of how Las Vegas should move on. And it survived 34 years, which is pretty good going. And the thing is, it's going out at the top of its game as well. So it will be fondly remembered, I'm sure, by everybody. And the great thing is as well is that we're in this period now where we don't demolish things. So that big hotel there behind me will be all rethemed, it'll all be reskinned, and the future does look bright. I just hope that they have a little dedication to the Mirage somewhere inside. I do know that the Siegfried and Roy statue is moving to the Neon Museum, which is good, because I wondered what was going to happen with that. I thought, please don't junk that. You know, that statue has been there for so many years. The Siegfried and Roy, they were the pioneers of the next generation here in Las Vegas, you know. You had the Rat Pack, Sinatra and all them, and then Siegfried and Roy were at the frontier, and Steve Wynn got them along to the Mirage as the headliners there. Then of course Danny Gans, poor Danny Gans passed away, didn't he? A couple of years ago. He was here for a long time as well. Had some amazing performers over the years at the Mirage. It's all coming to an end. I wonder who will headline the new Hard Rock. When they put this big new guitar-shaped casino and hotel here on this stretch of land, and it is a big stretch of land, by the way, who will be the opening headliner? Who do you think? Leave a note in the comments. Who could it be? Here's another thing that I wonder about. Will this drive still be called the Siegfried and Roy Drive? It used to lead you on to valet parking and the parking garage at the back there. Siegfried and Roy Drive. Please don't rename it. I'll just read this out to you. Dedicated to Siegfried and Roy, masters of the impossible, creators of an unprecedented phenomenon in the theatrical arts. As the pioneers of family entertainment in Las Vegas, they've changed the course of history and have become the city's all-time premier attraction. Furthermore, they've made conservation history in providing tireless and dedicated leadership to help preserve nature's endangered white tigers for future generations, with deepest gratitude from friends and admirers around the world whose lives have been enriched by their magical touch. That was dedicated in 1993, and I hope that goes off to the Neon Museum as well. So that's it, the end of the Mirage. We'll wave it off into the sunset. We'll see what happens with the Hard Rock. If you've got any memories of the Mirage, please do put them in the comments at the bottom. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to fire up some footage of the Volcano. You've got about 16 hours left if you want to come and visit. Please like and subscribe. Take care, everyone.